when you're doing an evaluation of any big purchase, come in with an open mind.
Yep.
We all have experiences, and those experiences are valuable, right? Help me become gray and bald and wiser, I hope. But that wisdom is very powerful, but also can be hindering, because you come in with preconceived notions like, oh, I've seen this before, I've done this before. And it's good to be wary. Your wisdom tells you a lot. Like, yeah, it's good to pay attention, right? Don't snooze on me. But it's also good to be, okay, what's different about this? What don't I know? Maybe there could be a different approach, especially since the way you solved it last time, maybe it wasn't very effective, or maybe this technology wasn't very good, or whatever. Things can change. What used to be not possible, I mean, think about AI. What used to be not possible is possible now. Um,
And
I guess,
then a minute later, it's commonplace.
yeah, I mean, exactly right, exactly right. So very good to have an open mind about be open minded about, you can change your mind, right? That wisdom is powerful,
Yeah.
and you still use it as a frame, and think about, like, okay, let me sit down and, like, there might be new solutions to this problem that I don't know about, because I don't evaluate software every day. I don't look at that. It's not what I do. I do my job, and we all had to put out fires, and so that's what I worry about. I don't worry about, like, what newfangled thing came out that might solve a problem for me.
Exactly. Exactly.
So I'm curious, Rob, what were the seeds of this presentation? We talk about making purchases. Like, what was the motivator for you to come up with this? What did you see as the need? That's like, you said, I'm going to make a presentation to talk about making a big purchase.
I've been in this sector since February 20th of 1989, and there's been some commonalities over the years and decades in terms of what makes a successful purchase of a meaningful application, like like CADTALK, like Acumatica Cloud ERP, and what are some kind of truisms in terms of mistakes, both in terms of purchasing the wrong solution, or if I purchased the right solution, having it be a failed adoption. And it's
Right.
seeing what the commonalities, both of what failed and what worked, that was the culmination of this presentation.
Yeah. So I'm sure if you've been doing it this long, you've seen your fair share of both successes and failures, unfortunately.
That's right. And our industry historically has had when organizations have been surveyed, they consistently, through the decades, 70% of folks have said it was either a failed adoption of new technology, or it wasn't a success. It was just a kind of, it was just there. So, there is, again, commonality on why is that 70% failing. A good part of it are those five risk factors or success ingredients that I talked about. And I think the evaluation process that we talked about is also, lends itself to mistakes unless we're engaging trusted business advisors sooner in the process.
So a lot of relationship building there as well, because we change management with the organization.
Huge.
People, you're going to make a change, any change, right? And we all know that humans, as a general rule, don't like change, right? We do not like change, and so, but change is inevitable. We know that, and it's going to happen all the time. And so, managing that change and having the relationship so that uh, people feel empowered from the start, right? They know it's coming, they feel listened to and heard and supported, because ultimately they want a success, right? The business wants it, the executives want the success, the people want the problem solved. But like most things, they feel scared, they unknowns. And like you said, being part of the process earlier helps to build that trust and confidence. Like, yeah, we're going to change, and this is for good, and it's a good thing, and these folks can help us. When you have more people on board with that attitude, you're going to succeed, right? It's like there's that old adage of whether you think you're going to fail or succeed, either way, you're right.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And to your point about change, typically we as humans are not going to change unless the pain of change is considered or perceived to be less than the
Right.
change than not changing. And that's where having folks within your organization as well as trusted folks from outside of your organization to help through that process and help show folks, yes, there is going to be some potential pain as we go through this change management exercise. But let's keep in mind, here's the pain of not making this change, and it's a lot bigger than what we're going to be going through. And we've got a path forward. We know how to go through this successfully. Let's go.
Yeah, you make a good point about that. There's gonna be pain, right? You have pain now. There's gonna be pain in the future. But I always think about like pain or discomfort, or in a lot of ways, you have to look at it as a positive thing in the sense that like usually means you're going in the right direction. I think about like simple examples is like exercise or trying to improve yourself in any way, either that's physically or mentally. I'm gonna learn a new language or learn a new subject. It's gonna be painful. It's gonna be a sacrifice. I gotta get up in the morning. I gotta do these things, or I gotta study these. I remember I spent my early years in university like studying foreign languages, lots of them, and there's a lot of time spent alone, in a book, a dictionary. But was it painful? Yeah, because it was boring. But that effort, it leads to great things. And so I try to have the mindset of like, hey, yes, it's painful now, or like it's surgery, the same way, right? Like anything that has a painful, there's going to be pain changing it, getting better, but that will end and you'll be in a better place. Thanks a lot again, Rob. And any closing remarks?
Just appreciate the opportunity. We're at 3Value. Always enjoy partnering with yourself and the rest of the team at CADTALK. Our shared clients have always gotten great value from the relationships and the solutions that they receive with CADTALK. So thank you for that as well.